The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Just about time to rock as It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan. There on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Wentz on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
That is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On second down, it's Cook again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back. And
looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Cousins picked by his ex-teammate Andrew Sendejo. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 20. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the handoff, Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Third down, goal to go from the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They start the drive with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off at the 15. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Here's Wentz to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Jonathan Taylor, 44 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. First down. Here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Open man here is Conklin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, 33 yards. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, throw left side, complete. That's Taylor. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Wentz again on the move to his left. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down. There, 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Badgley able to knock this one through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. run the counter with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Play fake. Cousins out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Throwing is Wentz. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Steps away. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Throwing on first down is Murray, rolling to his left. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 30 on second down, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Murray. On the move to his left. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray on the screen. This is Edmonds. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed out. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Gaskin again on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Shotgun now from Murray. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Murray, sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, 49 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. It appears they're going to throw forward with Murray. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a two-point try. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 6-0 our score after one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Tua going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff for Lindsey, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 50 yards. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point.
What do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved. And certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First down, Murray. Out to his left. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Murray again steps away. And he's got this down to the 35.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second down at 4. Murray going to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And the Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Murray now on first down. They'll roll him out right. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. High throw, but the catch is made. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Nashville. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On first down, it's Tannehill. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down. It looks like counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Tannehill on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. On the run, it's McNichols. And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Ryan Tannehill able to spot Julio Jones for the touchdown there. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run here with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
So this defense, maybe a frustration penalty there with the success that he's had running the football in this first half.
Not an excuse to do that, but yes, they're looking to slow him down any way possible. That one's just not legal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown, Chargers. Jared Cook as the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. And you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. EA Sports League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And incomplete to open things up.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Stafford on first down.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8 coming up. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And some room to work.
That's what I want to see.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey.
44 yards.
And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. They go with McCaffrey.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Let's go. Let's go.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are in great...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Tennessee Titans. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. On play action, Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now it's McNichols pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's McNichols. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the 1st quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. Gets around him. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. Definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Swift. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown, 37 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Tannehill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The final shot before break here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown as time expires in the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
On the ground, this is McNichols. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the run, it's McNichols. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ryan Tannehill taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Tannehill going to throw for it. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now it's gone.
One play at a time. Here we go.
St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 34 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Here's Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Goff going to throw it. Rolling to his right. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game.
A leap in, he's got it. He got it. And all the way to the opposite 48. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.